What is going on, guys? And today I'm bringing you another set of methods. Of course, we've got 4 very cheap, very easy methods today to make you a ton of coins. Now, if you do enjoy, make sure to drop a like down below. Of course, subscribe with notifications on. And if you haven't already, check out my Twitch, Instagram and Twitter in the description below. We'll be streaming on Sunday. I've got a ton of packs. If any of you want to come in and join that, you are more than welcome. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, I've got a little bit more time with today's video, so I'm going to be recording it in a slightly different style. Rather than doing the typical 2 minutes per method, I'm probably going to do 3 or 4, and then what I'll be doing is clipping up the bits in between. So when I'm not actually picking up players, it'll probably be sped up a little bit more. But if you guys like this or you prefer this, please let me know in the comments. If you prefer the old way, please let me know as well. We're just going to go across a few filters here. We've got Liverpool first of all. Obviously, as you can see, we're getting players like Gomez, Keita, you've got their goalkeeper as well, the Spanish one, and a lot of these players have all been pushed up quite a bit in price, so you've got quite a good margin for profit there. So first of all, we're selling most of these at 3.1, and what you want to do is mostly just sniping. I did do a little bit of compare price, and I will show you that obviously as well, but sniping does seem to be easiest with this filter. You're picking them up at 2.9 and below, selling them on for 3.1 as a minimum. You could probably squeeze 3.2 out of some of these, which is what we'll do when we do pick them up for 2.9. But what I'm going to do is, obviously, as I said, we'll speed up the bits in between and we'll snipe outside of that. Obviously, there has been a lot of snipes, so it's been less speeding up at the minute, but obviously we're doing that from now on for the rest of the video. Hopefully you guys prefer this way. If you do, obviously, as I said, please let me know. So the issue with compare price on this filter is that so many cards are coming up at 3k that it's very difficult to actually get a snipe. And with the regular sniping, the only issue I found is that you're getting a lot of 2.8s, 2.7s and 2.9s, but you can't pick up the other ones. The 2.1s and the ones are very hard to pick up, purely because a lot of people are trying. That's because in this, oh, that was so close. In this filter, for the Arsenal and the Liverpool players that we're going to be looking at, they are both required for an SBC, and it's not you get one or the other, you have to have both, which is why both of these teams have shot up a fair amount. So we're going to go for one more player before we move on to the next filter. Let's see if we can pick up I'd love a little nice snipe, so a nice little cheeky profit. So as you can see, these guys have raised in price while we've been sniping to 3.3, which means you can pick them up at 3.1 and still make a profit. So we're going to be picking up anything 3.1 and below now. We're getting the last card, and it does look like, ooh, we may have just got it. There you go, we got Keita. So obviously, as I said, guys, if you do like this way I've done the video where I've sped it up more, please let me know in the comments, because this is it's a little bit more editing for me, but I'm happy to do it if you guys prefer it. Obviously the videos lately, you guys have been absolutely killing it, so I'm obviously going to try my best to improve the quality of my content as well. So if you enjoy it better this way, please let me know. If not, of course I can go back to the old way, and if there's certain videos you prefer this, then of course we can switch it up. But we're going to move on to the next filter now. So for this next filter, obviously it's definitely a decrease in price. We're going to go max buy now for about 1.9, picking them up anything you can find. You've got Martinez there, you've got Maitland-Niles there. Can we get another one? No? Okay, so we've got the first one there. Obviously, as I said, once again, we'll be speeding a bit of this up. But this filter, pretty simple. And you're going to pick up more cards, and the profit is going to be roughly similar to the Liverpool filter. But all it means is if one's not working for you, you've got a little backup. We're going to see if we can get a few high sort of profit snipes, because I do want a few where we can make a decent amount of coins, so I'll be trying for a few of them. Obviously I'll only include the snipes, we'll be speeding up in between, and you guys, as I said, please let me know what you think of this method of video. So we're going to go along to the end here and get a little bit of compare price done. Obviously, as you can see, we're right at the end of the page, so we probably won't pick up the first set of cards that come up, but if we can get the second set, we'll be in for a fair bit of profit. So as you can see, we've got 3 players on the end here, which are up for, well, 2 here for a day, which means you can't actually use compare price. So they've kind of shafted us a little bit, but we are going to be using regular sniping, see if we can get a nice snipe here. It's Callum Chambers, not too bad. Following up straight away with a Martinez, not too bad at all. At all? I can't even speak. Let's have a look, see if we can get a nice profit one here. No. Straight back in with another Martinez, not too bad because that one is a bit better profit as well, so we cannot complain there. So you can grab one more and then we're going to move on, of course, to the next filter. Is there another one straight away? Oh, brilliant. Okay, we're going to move on to the next filter and 3, 2, 1. And we are back with my favourite team from Liga Nos. We have Porto. So we're going to have a look, see what they are looking like at the minute. Obviously my favourite team because of, I can't even remember his name now, Argentinian centre mid. You guys, well, not centre mid, he's usually a winger. You know the guy. How can I not remember his name? But once again, we're going to be going through here. This is once again a little bit of a price drop. We're going to be looking at about 1.4 for the sale of these cards. So you're going to pick them up anything below that. We're just going to check if we can do any compare pricing. We probably can get a fair bit done on these cards. But once again, we've got people listing them up for 2 days. They're absolutely finessing us there. So we're going to go with regular sniping, snipe down from 1.2 and see how many we can pick up. See if we get that one. Oh, we messed that one up. Right, how have I done that twice? Right, now we're going to see if we can get some good snipes. Brilliant. So we got all 3 of those. Let's have a look. So we'll knock that down. And we're going to try and get a better snipe because 1.2 is not bad. We're going to get profit, but it's not unreal. It's not something that we would, it's nothing to ring home about. Let's have a look, see if we can get anything better. So we've taken all the 1.2s off the market. There's no 1.3s, so there's literally 1.4s as the minimum now, which means we should be able to get a nice few snipes after this as well. Okay, that one's not on the market anymore. Oh, we've got Sora's for 1k, which isn't bad. That's the sort of profit you're going to be looking at for most of these, sort of 400, 500 coins, and hopefully we can get sort of a non-rare for a good price as well. Oh, I've messed that up. So you've got Diaz here, seems to be the one who's coming up the most, and it's probably the easiest one to snipe. Then we've got another Soars. People are listing Soars quite consistently at 1k, so that's something that you can recognise that he's probably quite a good one to pick up as well. We're going to see if we can grab one more. I'll do a bit of live sniping, no speeding up. One more, and then we'll move on to the final player. Oh, we've got 450. Brilliant way to end the filter. And we are going to go for, let's have a look. Oh, we're writing him up a little bit too high. And once again, we're going to go to the next one. Okay, so guys, we are on the final method. We've got League One and we are looking at Marseille. Now, I believe these guys are going for a little over 1.5k. We just need to find out the minimum before we start sniping. And it does look like it is probably going to be 1.6 maybe. Let's have a look. 1.6 is where we're sitting. So let's have a look, see if we can grab some quickly. Obviously, we're going to continue with the fast-paced sniping. Like I said, guys, please give me your opinions on this, but we're going to get into it, see if we can get some good snipes and go from there. Okay, so we've got a first one here. We've got Lopez at 1.2. Now, what I'd say is snipe these guys at 1.3. Obviously, you saw the 2 on the market at 1.4. Now, you could see there's loads at 1.6, none at 1.5, some at 1.4. That usually means you can pick up those 1.4s and sell them for 1.6. But I, as usual, don't like to do that. I like to wait. If they are going to drop in price, I don't want to get caught by that, so I like to go a little bit under. So here we've got 1.2, we're sniping at 1.3, and we're just going to go for a couple cards. And here I'm going to do less of the fast-paced sniping and a little bit more of just natural sniping, just to show you guys how easy it is, because we picked him up pretty quickly. We've got this guy's second straight away, Paya, easy. So you can see this method of the 4. I've probably done this in the wrong order. This one's the easiest one, and you're getting a fair bit of profit off it. The other one's maybe a little bit harder, but you get a little bit more profit. So you've just got to bear that in mind. It's always a give and take with sniping. One day you'll get more with a method, and then it's going to be harder, and then there's the opposite. You might be, I mean, there's methods where you could pick up a card every 10 seconds, but you're literally making 100 coins a card, and there's literally like no point because it's too easy and the profit's too low. Or there's like, you know, you can pick up 3 or 4 a minute, but you're making 50, 30 coins. It's pointless. You don't get the same amount of profit as you would when you go on the bigger methods. I've definitely exaggerated there when I said 10 seconds, because that would actually be an unreal method, but that's just me being a little bit too tired because of lockdown. So we're going to go for one more. As you can see, these guys have came in quick concession. We haven't even really took a break. I've been speaking through it the whole time, but you can see I'm picking them up consistently in the background very easily and no bother at all to us. See if we can get one more. Is it possible? Whack it up. The 1.4s are now gone, so we can actually snipe at 1.4. So that's literally what I said, guys. We just don't want to get caught. So obviously there is times when methods will go down in value. So sometimes, I mean, yesterday after I put my Perisic video up, he was down in value by 20k this morning. Now that was because of weekend league, but if you hadn't sold yours last night, when you were meant to, you know, immediately, you would have lost coins. So that's our final one, guys. If you have enjoyed the video, of course, likes down below, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Go check them all out. The Twitch is the main one because that's the one we're going to be working on from Sunday, 2 hours every weekend, hopefully opening some sick weekend league rewards every weekend along with rivals, everything else, and doing some oh god, I can't even remember the word, some squad building challenge accounts. So we do the SBC accounts. I couldn't even remember the word there. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow.